you hasty? Got your nose up a little bit. You're not just a little bit. Everybody not quite as good as you, because everything is not quite up to your standards. Are you hasty?
When Christi and Charlie walked the same high school hallways, they never thought they would wind up walking down the aisle together. But after reuniting a decade later, that's exactly what happened. Now, after 4 years of marriage and a child together, these two say they are ready to walk away from each other as quickly as they can.
She's so stuck on pink dog, pink TV.
Okay, you bought the dog.
Hang on. We got a pink dog and a pink TV. Go ahead.
Pink room, pink iron.
Can't you give the brother a break from pink?
It has to all be designed.
He promised me all this.
Can Christi and Charlie get their relationship back in step, or is it time to move on? Today on Divorce Court.
Come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm here with Christi Porter and Charlie Porter Jr. The two of you have been married for 4 years. You separated for a year and a half. A month ago you got back together, but apparently it's not working out. So you decided to go back to getting a divorce. Ms. Porter, you have asked for a judgment from this court for several items. We will get to that momentarily, but before we do, I'm going to start with you, Mr. Porter. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here in divorce court today?
We're here today because my wife, Christi, she basically believes she's a princess diva. She's so stuck on pink that we had a house built from the ground up, which she had a pink dog, pink TV.
Okay, you bought the dog.
Hang on. We got a pink dog and a pink TV. Go ahead.
Pink room, pink iron, princess on the car tags, and it's uncontrollable because her attitude is Miss Diva all the time. You can't tell her nothing. She don't listen to anybody.
Now, Mrs. Porter, are you Miss Diva?
I am.
Did you make the man live in a pink house?
But the thing is, he promised me all this. When I first came at him, and, well, he came at me, it was, oh, I can do this. I can make you feel like the woman you're supposed, I'm the man that you're supposed to be, And, he promised me all this.
And I get that. The man said he'd get you everything he needed. He built your house from the ground up. Can't you give the brother a break from pink? I mean, can't there be a beige room in there somewhere for the man who provided all of this for Princess Porter?
We had an older model TV in the room. So he likes the movies, he likes TV. So I said, okay, a good anniversary gift would be a nice high-def TV. So that's what I bought. But because it was an anniversary gift, I think it should be for the both of us. I just made it a pink.
You just made it a pink high-def
TV. Right.
She basically grew up in a fairy tale, like with princesses and castles and all of that. When I grew up on a different side of town where my only thing was trying not to get shot, trying to stay out of jail, and trying to survive. So she knew, like, basically what type of person that I was. Not saying that I was a thug or no hooligan or nothing like that, but
that's the problem. He wants to be this guy that he claims to be, that's, innocent, and change, want the better things in life. But every now and then, and when he gets around his friends or these family members, that side comes out, and that's part of the problem too.
Okay, well, what does that side look like?
That side looks like not answering the phone when he leaves to go to his folks' house.
Hang on.
That looks like, well, we're not gonna be able to do nothing. And that's another thing as far as like family things. I'm like, we need to do things as a family. Yeah. Instead of, and everything's so separate. It's his family and it's mine. And then we have our household.
Mr. Porter, what do you say is going on in your house?
Basically, when it comes to family, she don't attend none of my family functions because she don't like my family, really.
Will you not go to his family reunion?
They don't like me.
That's not true either.
Now, let me ask you this, Ms. Porter. Do you have any inkling as to why they may not like you?
That's a good question.
They told me I think I'm better than them. She told me everybody that came up out of her house, she raised them good. And then I was like, well, evidently not the way he's been acting. So it was that.
Well, what was he doing wrong?
Yeah.
Everything in the house I have to do. I take care of the kids. I clean the house. I work outside the house as well. But just because he works, does it supposed to be he work and just go to sleep and eat and that's it?
He doesn't contribute once he gets home, is what you're saying.
Right. So when everything's on me, that gets frustrating. And I mean, it makes me fall out with him. When everything's left on me.
I know you got a tough job, but when you come home, do you do a little something around the house?
Yes, I do. I cook. I love to cook, so I'll cook. When I do have time or when I'm just not dead tired, I do try to cook. I do try to clean. I spend time with the kids.
He does that.
Well, let me ask you this, Mr. Porter. Mr. Porter, do you get along with her family?
I grew up with her family as well, so I actually know more of her family than she does. So I get along great with her family.
Are you hankty? My mother used to use that word. You know what that means?
Am I what?
Hankty.
No. What does that mean?
Hankty means got your nose up a little bit. You're not
That's
really, just a little bit. Everybody not quite as good as you, because everything is not quite up to your standards, and everything has to. Then napkins got to be folded correctly, and all of that. Are you hankty?
No.
She's
That's what he thinks, and that's what his folks thinks, but they don't know me because they hadn't gotten the opportunity to know me. So.
Now you got an all pink house. That's a hankty move.
When Divorce Court continues, is Christi's shopping habit out of control?
Only thing I wanted was to be able to get in the garage, but she filled that up. She shopped so much that she bought some of the same stuff twice.
You think that's problematic? Divorce isn't easy. If you want to share your story, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Charlie Porter Jr., who says he is contemplating divorce because his wife acts like a princess. But is she controlling too?
The way I like to dress, no, you ain't going to with me like that. We had the garage. She had every room, every closet is basically filled with her stuff, where she shops before she go to work, she shop on her lunch break, and she shop when she get off work. So my only thing was, I just want to, like a little man cave. Like I like hanging out in the garage. And I that's the only thing I wanted was to be able to get in the garage. But she filled that up with other stuff. She shopped so much that she bought some of the same stuff twice. Purses,
Ms.
shoes.
Porter, have you bought some of the same things twice? Or you just go out and buy stuff and forget what you got and go buy it again?
I have.
Now, do you think that's problematic?
But I've done better though. And then I also, once he said that and made it, I cleared out half the garage so we could get one of the cars in there instead of both. So.
I couldn't.
Now that's a sad statement. I cleaned out the garage so we could get one of the cars in there
instead of both. So
it has to all be designer. It's got to be
everything, just top shelf.
Everything. It has to be designer. So she's stuck on. If it's not designer, she's pretty much not gonna even fool with it. She'll go to these stores and it's stuff we don't even need. She just buy it anyway because it's on sale. She just go and just shop.
But he's
do
saying
you shop
all this.
as emotional therapy?
I do.
It makes you. It's like booze for some people.
It really
just
does.
It's like a drug.
Yeah.
She addicted. And I go hang with my friends pretty much. The ones she's gonna say hoodlums and thugs, just to get away. I barely get to go out. So when I do get out, I go out with my friends, and my therapy might go to a bar or something, go watch sports. But she's so jealous. Yeah, must be women over there. You ain't answering your phone. What? Who all over there? And it's like 50, 40 phone calls and text messages where she's keeping tabs on me.
Yeah. Now, Ms. Porter, you said in the beginning that he knew what he was getting into. He promised to give you all of that. You knew You told him you were a diva and a princess, and he said he would deliver. What do you deliver in return?
I'm a good mother. I take care of the kids. I do the shopping. I mean, I shop for him as well.
She sure
I mean,
does.
I keep the house. I keep the house good. I mean, everything
fix
that
my,
way.
like it's. I'm a jeans and t-shirt guy.
Right?
Honestly, even this. She picks everything. Like we can't go certain places if the way I like to dress. No, you ain't going nowhere with me like that. And I mean, it's nice. I'm just a jeans and t-shirt. Nah, I ain't gonna go.
Are you hollering a man about his clothes when he wants to go out because he's not dressed to your standards?
He's stuck.
I'm country, and
yeah.
and that's what she says. Which I'm not. We're from a small town. We're from the South, so quite naturally everything's country to me.
When Divorce Court continues, is Christi way too full of herself?
So you're eternally right? And he
Right.
doesn't have the right to have a differing opinion or differing need or differing want? Do you think Christi thinks she's better than everybody else? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court returns with the case of Christi Porter, who denies her husband's allegations that she acts like a diva. But is her temper the real problem?
When she's mad, it's hard to talk to somebody. And I love to talk, but she love to yell.
Now, Ms. Porter, this brother is who this brother is. He came out here, you know what he's about, you know what he's doing, he's a good guy. Why are you so discontent with him now?
I mean, anything's gonna bother me. I mean, if he the last person got out of the bed, he needs to make the bed. I mean,
I
stuff
do that.
like that. Or if he see dishes in there, they need to be washed. I mean, just things that I think I shouldn't have to say, and when he makes me have to say it, I'm mad by then.
When she's mad, it's hard to talk to somebody. And I love to talk, but she love to yell. So when she's yelling,
do you ever just ask him, said, hey, baby, I need you to do A, B, and C?
I do, and that's when he'll do it for maybe 2-3 days, and then he back to the same thing.
And then you say, hey, baby, could you do A, B, and C? I mean, does the yelling doesn't help, does it?
But when I'm to that point, I mean, no, it doesn't help. But
See,
when you mad and you like had it up to there, I mean,
she's
that's
always
just
at
the
that
only
point.
way I can come off to him.
She it's hard to talk to her. So usually she's
and with him coming from the streets, that's the only thing he understands.
I didn't come
Somebody
from the
yelling
street,
at him.
when she yells, no, I don't understand. But when she yells, I don't like arguing. So I'll leave. When I come back, she's in one of her moods where she'll roll her eyes, storm through the house like a princess. I'm the court justice, so she sees me as a joke, take everything. That's what she calls me. I'm a court jester. So she takes me as her court jester, and she's still upset and mad. So if I say the smallest thing is gonna trigger her to back to the basics, so I just don't say nothing at all. I just leave it alone.
And then he'll go buy a gift.
Well, at least
But
she don't return them. So
Wait a minute. You got
She don't
this
bring
guy.
them back.
You got this guy. You're mad about something. He won't argue with you, and instead of arguing with you, he buys you a gift, and you got a problem with that?
he thinks it's okay. I mean, but the problem's still there. We hadn't talked about it. So come next week or next month.
Are you
we'll do
able
the
to
same
talk
thing.
about it without yelling about it?
No.
Be honest. Ask yourself.
No.
If he wants to express his point of view
It's
and it
hard.
doesn't match yours, do you have a whole lot of mouth?
Yes, I do.
So why would he speak?
Well, if he know it's bothering me to that point, I feel like he should fix it.
So you're eternally right? And
Right.
he doesn't have the right to have a differing opinion or differing need or
No.
differing want without you going off the deep end?
But the things that I ask are things that he should come in knowing.
What it is control. She has to control my thoughts. The world has to revolve around her. I'm not allowed to have my own ideas and opinions because hers is better than mine, and mine's are full of silliness and foolishness. And that's,
And that's how
she
you
think.
come off, though. That's how you come off.
When divorce court continues, just how bad is Christi and Charlie's worst?
Can you tell me about the worst argument you've ever had? Do you think Christi thinks she's better than everybody else? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
Divorce court returns with the case of Christi and Charlie Porter Jr., who are dissolving their marriage after 4 years and 1 child together.
Can you tell me about the worst argument you've ever had?
I bought her on second anniversary, like I bought her a chocolate diamond ring, very pretty ring, and she gets the pink TV. It's our second anniversary. We going out to dinner. She's real jealous, like no women can look at me. If somebody speak to me, I must know them. So we at a restaurant, the waiter come, asks her, well, she tell the waiter she want a drink. She looks at me and say, do you know the name of it? I say, well, no. So I look at the waiter and she looking at me.
They was looking at me like I was stupid.
No,
I knew that they sold this drink, but they looking at each other like I'm talking off the wall. And I'm like, are they in cahoots with each other or something? Because I'm like, they looking at me like I'm stupid, but I was asking the waiter, what was the name of the drink?
Who is this woman? You must know her. And we in the restaurant. I mean, it was like, I had to get up. I got up. I went outside and came back in and sat back down. So who is this? I'm like, I don't know this woman. And
But when he get to laughing and talking and eyes get this big in his head, I'm like,
I was looking
I
at her.
started thinking, and they see it too. Because if I'm ordering a drink, why is
You know what happened, Miss Porter? I wasn't there, but let me tell you what happened. What happened was you went in there, you didn't know the name of the drink. You know, you're convinced the drink is there. You don't know the name of it. You can't come up with it. You're acting all ridiculous about it. And the waitress is looking at him like, man, can I get some support here? She's crazy. And you looking at her like, yeah, I know she's crazy, but I don't know what to do about it.
Like, yeah, like, don't say that crazy, you know?
And that's
Somebody
what
happened to
happened. So they weren't bonding on a sexual level or on a man-woman level. It was like, we both in the presence of somebody losing their mind.
Right.
We're in this together. We trying to survive.
Crazy because I don't want no problems in the and that's
Is there a lifeboat we can get on? That's all they were doing. Now, listen, you want $150 from this man, Mrs. Porter. Why don't you tell me why you want to, after all of this, $150 from him?
So that's basically moving.
No.
Those were moving expenses.
No.
Moving expenses, and
Right,
that's all you're asking for
$150.
is the cost it took you to move
Right.
out of the house.
Right.
Mr. Porter, you're a response to that request.
I didn't know she was moving. So I'm out of town working. I come in town, I open the door, she moved. Everything gone, dog gone, everything in the house gone. So that was pretty, like, really? So that's what I came home to.
Okay, gotcha,
Nothing.
gotcha.
She just moved.
Gotcha. Oh, Mrs. Porter, you are going to moan and cry, gnash, and kick yourself when you realize what you've done here today. You done lost a good brother. You have taken a hanky, half-steak attitude, got a brother to do the most everything he could possibly do for you, even when it is completely unreasonable. I can't imagine either Joe or my husband living in an all-pink house, but you got that brother to do that for you. And he's nice, and he's funny, he loves you, he did everything for you, and nothing was good enough because you think you're better than everybody else. Well, let me tell you, you're not. And you're certainly not better than him, and you are going to kick yourself when this brother moves on. Mr. Porter, there's going to be a line of women wherever your town is at the door of that pink house waiting for you. You enjoy yourself. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so rich.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.
I feel like they made me out to be the villain, and I'm not. But after thinking about it, I think I'm gonna go home and try to talk it out with them.
Anything is possible. I definitely am willing to listen. We're pretty great people. We're great friends, first of all, and I guess we have to get back to our basics. Friends first.